True, indeed. This was the third car game we've seen today in as many live shows, and this is the first one where I was like, okay, I don't like racing all that much, but the idea of operating together as a crew, as pulling off things and helping each other get away from the cops, I'll be up for that.
It's not just a straight racing game, right? Like you're pulling off heists.
It's an arcade-esque racer MMO type thing. You get targets to crash and like crash into and disable this guy's car or whatnot. I think it looks cool, and I'm kind of with you, Greg. Like, I'm not much of a racing game player. Like, that's not really my thing. But you give me something that's basically a Burnout MMO. It's like, okay,
sure,
yes,
right? Yeah,
thank you.
You can each play your roles, right? Like, that's a big part of MMOs is having a tank and having a DPS, and having a healer. As somebody who's never good and not competitive, if I don't ever have to try to becoming number one, but if I can help run people off the road to make you number one, no problem.
And I mean, I love the idea that it takes place across the entire U.S. and
Broken
I can just jump around and kind of go where I want, change my cars as I want, which isn't very realistic, but that's okay because that's just fun. Like, just focus on the fun part of it. I don't care if I mean, how else would you explain the fact that I can jump around in the U.S.? You can't, so that's okay.
Coma mode.
Just have some fun.
Coma mode explains everything.
I thought it might be a new driver game, actually, when I first started.
Right.
You mentioned we've had 3 racing games so far. There's going to be a 4th. We're going to see Drive Club, I bet.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Gran Turismo appearance either. So pop up and say, hey, PlayStation 3 isn't dead yet.
I mean, when you're dealing with next gen, right? Racing games show off next gen very well. Like, look at how better, how much better your car looks. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool, I get it.
Real
it looks like a real
physics
car.
beating off the windshield.
Yeah, and it was like when they were showing Forza earlier today. That was a little tough because I was like, I get it. Your car looks like a real car, but hey, like that's something significant. That car looks like a real car. Like that, you can't treat that too lightly.
How spoiled are we that we've gotten to this part in video games where we're like, oh man, ever since Cruising USA, cars have looked real. I don't need to look at it anymore.
One of the Cruise big selling points is that apparently the entire USA is in the game?
Yeah, just hop around, go where you want. I mean, you can see, you can identify.
Drive from sea to shining sea. That should be their tagline. That's a free one, Ubisoft.
Damon's really going to push it forward. What's Damon's crew doing? Well, they're in the middle of their cross-country journey.
But that was cool.
In Nebraska.
Like, you can go off-road. Like, we saw them just like, nah, I don't need to be on this road. Like, here we go.
But now, tires switched as they went into that. I'm wondering, is that going to be something I can pop open the start menu and fix my car on the fly to go do different things?
Although we did, Aisha Tyler did mention that she was backstage. Yeah, Girlwood.
Did mention
#Girlwood. Backstage, I guess she was on a tablet customizing a new car that would then be available to her if she was actually playing later.
And so back to the Twitter question, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but that's not offensive to me.
I know. How dare you let me customize cars when I'm not away?
I'm on the train. I'm at the doctor's office. I want to make a car for when I get home. Cool.
I think that's awesome. Yeah. Like, what a fantastic
break down
way.
the barriers to gaming, right? People are already playing things on their tablets, on their mobile.
And here's the thing. Like, I don't want to play like The Division on my tablet. Like, I don't want to try and have that like shooter experience. No. I'm not a big, I don't need that. Let me control the drone. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me customize my car.
As long as it makes sense. What Commander mode in Battlefield 4 seems to make sense. For that touchscreen overhead view.